is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Also to our second company is under the Black Limited Edition, or Black Series Edition, sorry, Black Series Edition .com. So these are the new containers right here. And on our containers, right there we have the complete cinema, and there is the batch number for the customer right there on the side. Now labels going to be much better than this. Is just for the time being, our temporary labels for our product. Our other ones are working on with copyrights and all that good stuff. So anyway, this is a black bag that we had that will come along with your product. You'll have this in your screen print will come inside this little bag, and that'll be inside of a package. Let me ship this to you. So we thought we'd do something nice. I wanted to put our logo on here, but right now I don't have time to do it, and we don't have the equipment here to do it. So we'll be doing that the next time around. We'll be putting the logos on the bags right there. So does it match our screen paint? This right here, would it match? Now the reason why I'm thinking about that is because I got a message from a customer. It could be something else, but we got a message from a customer who said he has a gray wall, and he wants to know if we make a gray screen to go on this gray wall. Quite frankly, why are you basically, if your wall's gray, you don't need to be buying a gray paint. Why are you buying a gray paint if your wall's gray? There's a good chance that you probably are going to do either better or match the product that you just purchased. It's going to match a gray wall or a gray screen. Or match a gray wall at the end of the day. Because unless they don't have any, if they don't have any tests on their website or anywhere on the YouTube channel showing an accurate test of the product outperforming another gray surface, you're just better off with just keeping the wall the way it is. You don't buy any paint or anything. If your wall's already gray, just keep them gray. Because again, no screen paint's going to really improve that unless they have a way of testing and showing you that they're able to prove it. Now we've done on our website, we got tests for black paint, black fabric, you name it, it's up there on the site. We can back our products up. So our product doesn't match black paint in any way whatsoever. But if there's no proof of the gray product matching or basically showing an improvement over everyday house paint, you might as well just keep your walls gray. What's the point of you spending money to paint something to your wall that your wall is probably going to do better, or it's just going to be the same thing? You just wasted money at the end of the day. So unless they can show you proof of that, that's the only way I would basically even think about maybe making a purchase from them, unless they can show you proof. If there's no proof of it and they're matching house paint at the end of the day, don't go near it. Your wall will do the exact same thing the paint's doing. So what we have here is one of the tote bags that you'll be getting. Laying over into the screen. Because we know this one's going to come up. Now, what are you up to? Anytime I see you moving around about an area, you tripping to do something mystery. I like to nip things in the butt before things ever get started. So that's our black tote bag that comes with your screen. Well, actually, all the screens come with these black tote bags. And let me show you the difference between the tote bag and our product. It doesn't match. Our screens are black, but they're a different shade of black, and they have a coating inside the screen that allows the screen to be able to receive and understand white light. A black surface doesn't have that capability, and therefore it can't see it. It can only pick up black levels only. Well, our technology can see white levels. Now, we have done these tests on so many different levels, it's not even funny. If you go to our website, we have in there black versus black, black versus fabric, black versus mesh, black versus paint, you name it, it's on there. So no, it doesn't match our product. If you were to lay our screen against a black wall, what's going to happen is the black wall is going to just produce a contrast level, it won't produce color, and it won't produce a white level. Because it can't see white light, it's just everyday house paint. And that's why I advise people, the fellow who basically sent me the message saying, well, my walls are gray, I don't want to change them to black, but I want to use gray, then just use your walls. Why are you basically going out and buying the paint? Unless they can show you a difference between that wall and their screen paint, and they can show you a difference, then you buy the paint. If they can't show you a difference, then keep your wall. Now when it comes to us, well, we can back our products. I could do this with the lights underneath the screen. Matter of fact, I'm keeping them on there from now on. It's fun. Why not? And I can share our technology. Well, we've been doing this all week long. We've actually been doing it for the last month. Yeah, this is easy. We can do this with no problem. As I said before, our technology is a different shade of black, and on top of that, we have a heightener in there. I can show different shades of black levels and still beat the screens. So just in case if anybody thinks the tote bag that we give you is going to match your screen, nope, that ain't going to happen. Remind you, tote bags got here before the screen did. Red screen, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is when I tell you, you have to be able to back your product. Because that question I just got a few minutes ago, man, if I was making a gray screen paint and I got asked that question. So this fellow has a gray wall in his living room. He doesn't want to change it to black. He wants to keep it gray. He wants to keep it the same gray that he has. Then you know what? You're better off just use the wall. Then why are you going to bother? Well, how's the paint going to change any different? Is there going to be some kind of darker contrast? No, you're not going to get anything out of it. I can tell you from first-hand experience. Just keep your wall. He's having a problem with contrast levels. He's having a problem with color. Well, that's going to continue on. Nothing's going to change. Your screen's going to wash out fully lit environments. It's not going to pick up, and you're going to have issues. That's what's going to happen. You have to have darker technology to do that. And you got two options. You can go near the gunmetal technology, that's $3 to $5 grand, or you go near our technology. Only two choices you have. Or you got that gray product at the end of the day where if they can't back up their products next to that gray wall, well, then you just keep the gray wall. Don't spend 90 bucks for something or 30 or 40 or 50 bucks for something that your wall's already doing from the door. You're not going to get much of an improvement. Blue screen. She want YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
You're going to throw me outside. Oh, they're going to kick me in. Skyworth food demonstration, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
I've done so many demonstrations on so many levels, it's not even funny.
So I've started buying just crack and egg omelet rounds, and knowing they're at home keeps me from making those expensive purchases.
Now, I may not be a fashion icon, but I know what's comfortable. Because when you know, you know.
I'm gonna go get something to eat. Demonstrations on Black Domino, Black Magic. We also done a Dynasty Black Paint by Home Depot. Go straight to our website under blackseries.com and you can watch loads and loads of demonstrations of us testing every single screen versus black paint. Done it on 1,000 lumens, done on ultra short tones, done it inside, done it outside, you name it, we've done it, we've been there. It's all posted to the website. How many people can say that at the end of the day? You gray and white products, man, are going to have a rough time this year. This is going to be a really rough time for y'all. You're not going to do well. Black technology is going to cloak everything. And if you're deciding to make a black technology, hey, I welcome you to do so. I got no problem with that. More the merrier. But keep in mind, you're going to have to be able to pass the test demonstrations, which there were over 39 test demonstrations on our black technology in order to actually design one just like it. And all demonstrations must be done live, how we do it. And demonstrations can spread from anywhere from an hour to 3 hours long. Good luck. It's brutal, but it's fun. Wow! Lights at the bottom of the screen, introducing more light to the screen, making it work even harder. Gray screens, you wouldn't survive this. White screens, you would never survive this. Yet we need more light. Now, later on tonight, we're going to take that screen off of here because it's nighttime. You really can't see through the windows. Put the white screen up here. We got 6 different versions of gray paint. We're going to line every single one of them up. I guarantee you'll see much of a difference. I bet they all look the same. That's the problem. That's why you don't see demonstrations on gray versus gray. Because it would match. And a perfect example, well, you got people deleting their videos and trying to hide them because they match the paint. We don't match that stuff. But if you got the idea of taking some fabric and stapling it down to some material and thinking that you hit it with a high-end 5,000 lux projector, you're going to produce an image, you're not getting jack out of it. It can't register white light, can't see it. Just like gray screens, can't see contrast, don't pick up color. White screens don't pick up jack. It's kind of like, if you've been watching it for a while, you start thinking it looks good. Well, that's like the same scenario when people have fake knockoff projectors. They've been watching it for a while, they think they look good. Until they get a real projector in there and they realize how much they were losing from their picture quality. Huh, interesting. It's like the same theory with Black Diamond. When I used to make gray screen paint products, I seriously believed that was really seeing color and contrast until I saw the diamond technology being much darker, and then I saw what I was supposed to see. And now we're way beyond that. Somewhere. LG snowboarding. YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Told you, I don't know what you're dealing with. You don't want your products down here, gentlemen. Your stuff will get washed. That's why we explain. You don't want your stuff down here. It will get washed quick down here. We don't use dark environments down here. We just don't. Your stuff will get washed down here. And when you do a door demonstration, see that light pushing out the door? That's how you're supposed to be done. If that area is dark down there, it's supposed to be, the ceiling's too dark. There we go. There's a reflection come from the ceiling. Let's see what else we have down here. 4K Snow Screensavers YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's put the house over here. It doesn't make a difference, really. I don't care. Can't pick up. Wow. Oh, wait. They're doing the sharks over here. I gotta bring this. The camera has a real hard time picking up in here because we have a lot of light that pushes off in this environment. So it's about, let me see. Which one was which? Alexis, what time is it? 11:07 a.m. And I can sit there and I can watch fish if I want. And all this light, right around this time, the sunlight is hitting the side of the house. So yeah, I found that kind of interesting in that question. Gray screen, what would be the point of you basically painting anything to your wall if your wall's already gray? You might as well use a gray wall. Unless they can show you a difference between the gray wall and their product, and I mean a huge, massive difference. I'm not talking about no bumps and hiccups and just not, you got to get up on top of the screen to show the difference in the color. No, none of that crap. You should be to see that from here. We pulled this camera, okay, so projector's here. This is where we're at. You should be to see the difference from here. If I had to walk all the way to the screen from a finger's distance and show you the difference between the two, that's not going to work, because back here you're not going to see it at all, period. If you got to be that close to see it to begin with. So unless they can show you a difference of that gray wall versus the screen paint, if there's really no difference in there, you might just keep the wall. Now his complaint is that he can't have the lights on. Contrast levels are not picking up. Of course, that's not going to happen. He's having a problem where the color balance is off. That's definitely going to be a problem. And he's stuck in the dark with an awful short throw. But that's what's going to happen because you're using a gray wall. And if you think a gray screen paint's going to improve that, it's not. It's going to give you the exact same results. It's just gray wall. Just spent money just basically painting your wall something that it already is. You have to see a difference. So if somebody says, hey, if my wall is black and I put your product and see a difference, yeah, you're going to see a difference when you pull a higher white level. The black paint that you're using for your wall is not designed to generate white light, so it can't pick it up. Just like that tote bag sitting there against the screen right now. It's black, but just because it's black doesn't mean it has the ability to see white levels. It can't. But the problem with gray screens is they all fall into the same flaws. They can't see white levels. They can't see contrast and can't pick up color. That's all. And they're not ambient light rejection technology, so you can't have them in fully lit environments. That's why they wash out. So you're getting a better screen paint, or thinking you got a better screen paint won't fix your problem. You'll still be in the same boat. That's why we always get customers from time to time. Some have white screens. Some will say, hey, I went to Home Depot and Lowe's. I mixed this gray and black paint together, and it did nothing at all. Still got the same problem. TCL 4K demonstrations, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
But if you want to check out the rest of our amazing demonstrations on black versus black, on our products tested against all different types of products and different forms of fabrics and so forth, showing the difference between our black technology versus other products, check out the website. And we have all our test demonstrations displayed right there on the site for you to see. We're just not afraid to back things up. all that light hitting that screen, the technology has to generate enough white light to be to produce higher. Ooh, we gotta get some white paper up there too. What the freak? I'm missing out on white paper. No. Should I make this a challenge today? There's so many I can give you, it's not even funny. I can stack you with challenges all day today. We're done all testing, we're finished. We're finished everything. We can just do challenges. That's all we can do, all challenges. Now, 2 ways it could go for you guys. Because you're the only 2 people that talk lies about screen paint products. Nobody else does it but you guys. I can give you challenges all week long, and every week I can buy your products and have you put the money back in my account. How you want to do it? Because at the end of the day, your product will match house paint. And some of you have already done it already. Some of you won't even do it. So if a customer asks, and the customer has a gray wall, and he asks, can your product improve the gray wall? What are you going to say? And if he asks, do you have any tests showing this before I paint this onto my wall? What are you going to show him? Now, for those of you saying, well, that's a black fabric, that's not black paint. Have you been to our website yet? Have you seen the multiple demonstrations we have done on black paint on every level you can think of? Well, check it out. We can post their stuff directly to the website. We don't have a problem with that. The problem is other people have a problem with posting theirs to their website. Now, say if you get the idea to take a black bed sheet, staple that down to a wooden frame, will it do the same thing? Nope. They're going to come out looking like that. But I tell you the truth, honestly, I really don't have time to be ordering stuff at the end of the day. Truthfully, it's the same stuff. Every time I turn around, it's the same thing. The reason why we don't, it's a headache. We've been through it already. We'll order the stuff, order be put on hold. Then after that, it'd be some sorry excuse why they can't ship it out. Some excuse. Or then they're committing fraud in the process. All the while, we'll file the complaint, get them to push the order through faster, and then they'll turn around and give the money back. Every time. We've done it like 16 times. That 16 times. No. 19 times. I've been through it 19 times. It's the same thing. Just like we had an open mic and we were trying to ask him to explain that quantum stacking thing, whatever it was. He's like, we'll make an order right now. I made an order. I made an order like 7 times to your website, like $700 worth of orders right to your website. And every last dime went back to the account. So we gave you the opportunity. Why am I going to waste my time to get something down here that's going to turn out to be house paint to begin with that we can actually make at the end of the day? That's a waste of my time. And I gave you the opportunity. The first time, the second time, the third time, and the fourth time, you had the opportunity to back your product up and you gave me back my money. So that's done. No more. Gave the opportunity. The other one, on the other hand, 19 times. Orders were actually sent to the account and every last dime was returned back. You can't back your stuff and your product is house paint. So if a customer asks you at the end of the day, what's the difference between your product and his gray wall, what can you say? Do you have any demonstrations showing, and I'm talking about a serious change Not a bump, not a hiccup, not a slight little discolor, nothing. I'm talking about pure serious change. Like we're seeing right here. What's the difference? There is no difference. You might as well just keep the gray wall. I still haven't seen that difference yet. How many test demonstrations have you done on gray versus gray? There's still a lot more paint to go. I haven't seen the slip silver. Stayed far away from that. There's a hobby paint that's actually great. As a matter of fact, we have it. That was never done. Network Grade 773 was done on one screen and one screen only. The rest of them were skipped. So what about the rest of them? How do they compare to that product? Or are you just better off just having a gray wall at the end of the day? You're not going to see an improvement. You notice we added extra lights to the environment because, again, I saw that demonstration with those little bitty lights underneath the screen. I figured that's not a demonstration with lights. You should have to show a demonstration with lights. So we got the high powers out and set them up. This is going to be a great demonstration for the storefront in the showroom. Now, if you gentlemen knew what you were doing at the end of the day, you would have been had my product duplicated already. And I wouldn't be in business anymore. But the fact that I stand here, that I'm still in business, shows that you don't know anything about product at the end of the day. You cannot make or duplicate my product. Because I'm still here, going to the next level. On the other hand, I can make your products. Anybody else can make your products at the end of the day. Just snatch it off the shelf, it does the same thing. But you can't back your products up. And if you can't back your products up, that means anyone can make them. Anybody. That's why you have to be to back your stuff up at the end of the day. It's very important. And I'm glad that customer, whoever he was, sent that message in. Because again, that's a good point there. What he made. He has a gray wall already. He's thinking about he needs a gray screen paint, and I thought to myself, why would you need a gray screen paint if your walls are gray already? He's asking, is there going to be an improvement? I said, pretty much, probably not going to be an improvement. You're probably just better off with the gray wall. You're going to have to find somebody that can show you that there's a difference between the two, and it's going to have to be a huge difference. And you're going to have to convince that customer who has a wall already gray that the product that you have is gray. It's going to show a great difference better than the wall that he's actually just has on his wall right now. Well, that's a bit of a tongue twister, wasn't it? So how are you going to convince them if you can't pass house paint? Meanwhile, in our world, we can pass all that stuff with no problem. Heck, you throw me against a certified screen, I can take that out too. I can do it while the room is flooded with lights. Even more, we can add more light to the equation and still come out on top. And we know the technology unstoppable. That's why we call it unstoppable. There are two options around this technology. Either it crushes you or you cancel out. Well, when I sat back and said that we were going to develop, and we were going to be blessed to have the ultimate screen, here it is. Yeah, because I tell you right from the door, man, if you were to go into any form of business meeting with that paint and have those executives, CEOs, or whatever walk over to that screen and says, look, you see it right there? There's the difference right there. They'll walk right out of that room. They're not going to, no one's going to buy that nonsense. No form site, no one's going to buy that nonsense. Who the freak's going to get up and walk all the way over to a screen to see the difference in the color? I should be to see where I'm sitting at right now. So that's not going to sell. That's not going anywhere. If you got to show contrast level that close to the screen, no one's going to bother with that. You can do that with anything at the end of the day. As for that quantum stacking system, I'm explaining this to you crystal clear because I've been in business way longer than you. Way longer than you. All right? And you're trying to teach me something at the end of the day. Let me explain something to you how it works in the real world. No form site. Nobody will ever believe that nonsense unless you can actually back it up. You're going to have proof that your screen can literally do this. If you don't, they're going to call it bullcrap. That's what it's going to be labeled as. If you want to test my theory and think I'm lying, go to ABS Forums. Go to any forum site you want and explain that theory to them. And they'll sit there and laugh at you and go, show me proof that this actually works. Can't get on camera and talk a whole lot of freaking space age literature and expect for people to gobble it up and think, oh, that's real, that can actually happen. No, they're not going to believe that. It's like if I tell you right now, I got a tree out back that grows gold. No one's going to believe that crazy. So you have a tree out there with gold chains hanging off of it. They want to see how this works, how this functions. I want to see this happen in process. Kind of sound like one of those fellows that goes through town, who has a kind of a rickety wagon, and he sells this miracle oil. And he explains what this miracle oil does. The crowd's kind of skeptic. But you always have one man in the crowd that's actually with this guy in the wagon, but he acts like he's not a part of him. And he comes up there limping, and his legs are broken and whatever. He's got all these ailments. And the guy tries that water, and he takes it off. He starts dancing in the street. And then people believe him, and they start buying the elixir. So one day, this guy goes into the wrong town, happens to bump into somebody that remembered from the last town, and two choices happen. They shoot him dead on the bar, or they just hang him. But that's what you are, buddy, at the end of the day. You get on camera, you talk about this stacking system. No one's going to believe that, not ever, unless you can show proof it actually does work. That's how it works.
Martinsville. This half mile of mayhem is looking to rob 4 drivers of their championship dreams. Time is now, boys.
But the people I'm doing business with, who know that black screens are not supposed to be able to generate and see white light in fully lit environments. You can't walk into any one of those meetings and tell me I got this black technology that does so and so and so. No, the theory behind black screens is they're not supposed to have that ability to be able to generate white levels and lots of light. They have to be in dark environments all the time in order to generate that white level. Got to be able to back that up. That's why we have the tons of demonstrations all over the website. And if they want it done live, no problem. We do live all the time.
Trust SafeLink. We'll replace your glass and recalibrate your vehicle's camera so automatic emergency braking and lane departure warning work properly. Don't wait, schedule now.
SafeLink repair, SafeLink replace.
Now keep in mind, you're going to be lucky no one's bought your product. Because somebody bought your product and they test that theory and it's not true, you're going to court for fraud. You get fraud charges coming against you. You have to be able to back that up. So you better pray that no one's purchased your product ever. So if they have and they hear about this or they find out something, they start putting 2 and 2 together, and they find out this is not true, you're getting slammed for fraud charges. So you're going to have to be able to back it up. That's why you can't get a patent on it. You can't get a patent pending on it because they're going to request for you for information on how this is done. You have to be able to back that up. You can't back it up. Because if you could, you would have done it by now. The first time somebody would have called you out on it, you would have backed it up. And the fact that you haven't backed it up yet shows that you don't even know at the end of the day how it all works. Dry to the touch. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I have never, ever, in my history of my time I've been on this earth, ever seen a screen or anything fused together after it's dry. How's that working? It's not an electronic device. We can plug something into something that basically causes a chain reaction. It's dry to the touch. So how's it even working? It doesn't. So that's what he's mad about and he's upset about. I'm going to sue you because you... Yeah, I called you. You called you on your bluff. And if you ever want to take it to court, I have no problem with that. Because my lawyers are going to ask you the same thing. Can you explain how this works? Well, that's going to look pretty stupid in court, aren't you? Even a lawyer is going to ask you, Is this theory real? Okay, does this work? Can you back this up in court? If we have to go to court and they ask the question, does this work? Can you back it up? And you can't. The lawyer won't even take your case. You have to have proof that it actually works. So if I have proof that something actually works, and someone said it didn't work and slandered it, then I can sue them. Like you guys did to my stuff, because my stuff works. So that's an easy lawsuit. But you guys, on the other hand, your stuff doesn't work, and you're not able to back it up. Yeah, that bike stuff. That's gonna hurt. Gotta back it up. Black screen. So gray screen paint can match black levels. Yeah, you should be thinking of something better than that. Gotta back it up. And just stick with your gray wall. Don't paint anything. If they sit there on camera and on the phone or whatever, how they communicate with you through email, and if they sit there and tell you at the end of the day that your gray wall that you have, you're going to see an improvement, don't believe that until you get a video. You want to see a video of it. Matter of fact, give them the name of the paint you have on your wall and have them do the same demonstration. Cut it out. Reason why I say that is because there's no test demonstrations of them doing the demonstrations. None. Red screen, YouTube. What are you over
Getting
here
that from
fussing?
YouTube.
Stop fussing. What are you fussing about? Maybe eat his food. Now you see right here, we can show a demonstration of our product over here. White screen, again, not picking up, and the black, well, fabric or whatever fabric, it's not picking up at all. Blue screen, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Can you keep that under control, please, sir? My goodness. Green screen, YouTube. What are you trying
Getting
to
that from YouTube.
Let him eat his food. He's hungry. All in his business. Why he eats, he's driving crazy. There you go. Well, like I said, there's nobody else doing this. There's only two people who make these outlandish lies about screen paints. Only two. The rest of them are on the up and up. I've read through their and actually a couple of them I've actually had here for testing. They're on the up and up. But the stuff that they're saying you can do with that's a complete lie. Quantum stacking nonsense. No, that's not happening. Freaking Cinemax has the ability to pull contrast over the black screens. No, that's crap. Cinemax matches network gray. Network gray doesn't even match contrast levels. Network gray doesn't even pick up in a fully lit environment. So no, that's a bunch of crap. Can get that stuff to pull in freaking 5,000 lumens. Nah, that's a lie. Purple screen, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
should be able to back it up. That's what kind of quarter everything this guy's been live on camera. Before you get environments, no light in the environment whatsoever, environment is dark. Screens tucked away in little tiny pockets. Horrible demonstrations. You want some exposure? I'll give you some exposure. I'll stick you in one of my storefronts and I'll paint your screen right down the side, a 150-inch screen, and put you on display. You want exposure. And I'll watch your screen wash out clean in front of all that window light. I'll give you exposure if you want exposure. It just don't work. And great products don't pick up and don't even work. So that's what it is, people. It's a bunch of lies. And again, the person who asked the question, I don't know if it was a customer or not, because I don't know why in the world would you ask a question like that to begin with. That just sounds a little baffled to me. If you have you actually believe in some of the dumb stuff that some people are putting out, you know, that could be the only thing for it. You could be just believing some of the dumb stuff people put out. If you got somebody lying using a high-end projector to lie about their contrast ratings and all that stuff, he's probably getting caught up in that nonsense, which is a shame because you'll find out the hard way it doesn't work. You're just going to be sitting up there in a dark environment and the screen's not going to have the ability to pull up. And then when that happens, he's going to be told that, hey, the picture quality is going to get better if you calibrate your projector. That's just stupid. Anytime you buy a projector, I don't care what company it is, they don't sit there and tell you, oh yeah, this projector is fantastic. But if you want to use all those colors on it, you're going to have to calibrate it. I've never heard of a projection screen company, projector company ever telling me anything like that. Right from the door, it's going to tell me that, well, yeah, nice projector and all so and so, but you're not going to be able to get the color quality the way you want to. You're going to have to calibrate. No, they don't tell you that. People make projection screens to tell you that. Nothing wrong with your projector to begin with. If that was a requirement of a projector, then people would just buy TVs. You mean to tell me I gotta learn how to calibrate this thing before I can use it? I'll never tell you that nonsense. These guys don't think before they talk. Any projection screen company, projector company, and contact them and say, hey, look, I like this projector you have here, so and so and so. They'll explain the schematics to you, just everything on that projector. But they're not going to say in the end, well, if you want it to work right, you know, you got to calibrate it. No, screens tell you that. You have a choice because it's not going to work. I'm so glad we had this time together. I want to use this one outside because this is the only one that has this on here. The other one doesn't have it. I'll buy these from now on. These are much better. Much better. I'm going to use these instead. I like these better. Relaxing taco, relaxing. You're always relaxing taco. Sometimes it gets too easy for me. Gotta have a challenge. Gotta have a challenge. We got 3 of these activated in here. Pretty sure 3 is activated. Oh, here she comes. I switched over to a 1,000 projector. I was bored with 5,000 lumens. It gave me no challenge whatsoever. I get bored quick. So bottom line is I need a challenge. 1,000 lumens, 5,000 lumens, just not cutting it for me right now. It's too easy. So let's do it at 1,000 lumens. Sometimes it just gets too easy for me. Do 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 do. Explain the level of what our technology can do is freaking unbelievable. This technology is way beyond. It's just basically what we're showing you when we do just test demonstrations and such. Nothing what this technology is designed to do. 1,000 lumens. Easy. I can make the challenge even harder if you want. I'll give you 1,000 lumens. If you want to go that way, we can drop it by distance too. This can drop back at 25 feet and hit the screen and still maintain. That's what I love about our technology. It is absolutely unstoppable. Yeah. Engineered to do what it's designed to do. Back itself up. Yeah, you get together. 4K Travel for Fish, YouTube. No longer on 5,000 lumens, we're at 1,000 lumens now. This is the distance to where my projector sits from the screen. That's what we pick up at 1,000 lumens. I'm going to put the 5,000 lumen over here, because like I said, it's too easy. And so even though we can't get the gray screens and the white screens won't pick up on it, but still 5,000 lumens is too easy. Well, I have some fun with it, eh? That's what our technology is designed to do. It's ambient light rejection technology. We have the best ambient light rejection technology, I feel, on the market. Because again, our demonstrations are unmatched. So now we have the light generated in the screen, swapped out to a 1,000 lumen projector, right here with no problem. The reason why a lot of people who make screen paint products or have certified screens in the day can't do this, because again, they need a projector they're going to be comfortable with. If they know that projector is giving them better contrast and helping to get better color and maybe a brighter level, then they're going to stick with that projector. They can't do a swap out in the middle because that could change the outcome of the screen's performance. And therefore, that may not work out too well for them. When we can do that, we can just swap a projector out just in the middle of a demonstration. Doesn't make a difference because the screen can maintain. So at 1,000 lumens, no problem. Easy, McCheesy. Question is, can you all do this? Can you do 1,000 lumens? Can you show me something? Nope, nope, nope. I need this to stay on here because I want that tilt in there. Come on, give me what I want. There we go. I'm trying to get my legs down a little bit. I want to be right in there. Wait a minute. Let me disconnect this. Put that in there. All right, let me see what's going on here. There we go. I want the picture to come down right down there where those lights are at. So 1000 lumens, 720p, 600 by 800 res. Swap down from a projector that's 5000 lumens WXGA at 1920 by 1200. I'm going to make this one a challenge also. So we have 3 challenges we're going to run off this screen. One outside, 1000 lumens. Inside 1000 lumens. Oh, keep in mind, when we do the inside, you have to have those floodlights at the bottom too also when you do the demonstration. And I think we're around 14 or 15 feet back from our screen. You definitely have to be in a fully lit environment to do that one. We're not going to use a 5000. 5000 is too easy. I don't want to use a 5000. I'm putting it up. We're done with that. I'm going to put that up for a bit. We don't need it.
This is too easy. Let's change out, put this and plug this into the projector.
We use the portable for now on. Film. Should be good.
A Cadillac
There we go.
is a celebration of self-expression. So be bold and be yourself. Get 2.99% APR for 60 months on most 2023 Cadillac models.
My name is Dolores.
Nope, you don't need all that. Thank you. Starfield Screensaver, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Color Red, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah, this is not going to go well for y'all. Thousand minutes. 1000 minutes. You know why we never stay on topic? Because my brain is traveling at 100 miles an hour. I'm always thinking about something crazy. You know what I mean? Like, we got to do this, we got to do that. Most people want to stay in the comfort zone. They want to stay in a zone where they can be comfortable at, you know, because you don't want to do too much on camera because, you know, you might make a mistake and your screen might end up matching something or having some problems. You don't want to do that. You want to stay in the comfort zone. Me, on the other hand, I don't care. I know what our technology is designed to do. I'm going to take this black surface and stick it right over here. There we go. Put the black surface in there. Because I don't want anybody thinking that, hey, look, he took out the black surface. Maybe he took it out because it may match his screen on a lower lumen projector, you know? But I think that way too sometimes. You know, I think that maybe they think that. Maybe they may think that because I pulled it out because I may have a fear that that surface may, or the high lumen projector, may have something to do with the reason why my screen is producing such amazing white level. That's not it. I haven't seen the black and white demonstrations for you. They're quite remarkable. Yes, they are quite remarkable. Blue screen, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
LG snowboarding, 4K, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah, that's the problem you got to worry about. Is it going to match? You don't want it to match. That's why we do all these crazy demonstrations, because again, we can back our products up. Gotta back it up. I'm gonna shorten this up. We got too much on the screen. I want to see my screen too also. So we'll take this one. That needs both of these. And this one can go. We'll take these two right here. There we go. That's better. What is my sample sheet's gonna get here today? I'm still waiting for that. Let's get that sample sheet from whatchamacallit, from a goose. I have a look at that. Yeah, that's so too easy. 4K screensavers. No. Something different. Outer space screensavers YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
I wanted to do a short FAQ on my 50 serving size electrolyte powder. This is the raspberry and lemon flavor.
So today I'm going to be building a challenge page on our website. I'm going to start the challenges first thing Monday morning. Well, actually, what I'm going on today. What I'm going to be doing outside of 1,000 lumens, outside contrast demonstrations. Because again, like I said, there's a lot of lies going on about these screen paints having the ability to be able to pull these contrast levels equal to gunmetal and black screens, and that's not true. That's a complete lie. What better way to back it up than basically do the demonstrations? Well, I like doing this 1,000 lumen projector on this light. This is pretty fun. .4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Anything else I just want to get that. It's on YouTube, no problem. I'll get that part. I want to check and see if I'm getting my there perched up high in your animal kingdom. We're done here. Sorry about that, people. I gotta go take care of some business real quick. Gotta go, and God bless.